Yo, what's up, everyone? You're listening to Season 2, Episode 5. True to size.
Why do we even count episode numbers anymore at this point?
You're just listening to the next episode.
Yeah, welcome to this week's episode.
Oh, shit.
Which episode is it? This one.
Episode.
It's this one.
The one after the previous one.
This guy said episode 20 vibes. Oh my god.
Still. And then I just lost
still.
track and I was like, oh shit, true to size. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta tell them which podcast they're listening to at least. If you're not gonna say the episode number.
Drop the
I'm
ball.
sure after the intro they figured out very quickly which podcast they were listening to. So not a huge deal.
It's the guys that can't count.
That's us. Look at us. We were talking all that shit about episode numbers and we just don't have any. Yeah. That's how backwards this podcast is. What's going on, everyone? And welcome to True to Size. We are a weekly podcast centered around the wild world of sneakers. I will be your host today. My name is Lawrence Hopkins, and I am joined by the rest of the quarantine at Canada Got Soul, Mr. Joel Hernandez.
Hola, hola, hola.
And Mr. Alvin Martinez.
Hello.
There we go. We got Australian Alvin in the cut this week. It's going to be a good one. I feel like we don't even need to try after last week. I feel like
last week's was fun. Was so fun, bro.
I gave 110% last week.
You gave 150. That was a great topic, bro.
Yeah, 150% last week, which means we only have to give 50% this week, which is
NSR all pod.
That's it. This is this. It's just
NSR all
general banter. We got a lot of messages though. People liked last week.
Yeah.
We got a lot of messages. People saying they were laughing out loud. I don't know, with us or at us, but either way,
probably
a laugh is a laugh, as they say in the biz. Yeah, this week will be much of the same. We've got a great show for you all this week. A fire-round question from someone who isn't me is always appreciated, and news of a new university signing to the Jordan Brand family is always good news. Last week we showed off our diversity by jumping from a 10-minute discussion about sandwiches to a 30-minute discussion about a philosophical theory. So we're going to continue to show off our range this week, and this week we are going to compare fast food restaurants to sneakers. Yeah, that's right. That's the kind of content you can expect from this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. But first, Joel.
Fire round.
Yes, the fire round. We like to start every show with a quick hitting question from you, our listeners. And this week's question comes from jumping in with both feet.
Yeah.
It's crazy he hasn't changed it yet.
Cool your mic. That's all.
Change.
We're not even gonna bother your Instagram name anymore.
Change it, man. Please change. There's got to be something else available. like even if it's jump in with 2 feet, number one, like add the number one at the end or something. Like
at the end,
something a little bit easier would be great. Mike jumps in with 2 feet. Just something a little bit.
I like that one.
Like some jumping in with both feet. It's the jumping in.
Yeah.
Not jump in.
Yeah.
Jumping in.
Jump in.
Because he's jumping in.
Jumping wave. Jumping in wave. I don't know.
Jumping.
Figure it out, Mike. Come on. Enough is enough. He did send in a question. This isn't just about talking about his Instagram. I will get to that part. He says, would you rather, this is actually a really good one. Would you rather have every shoe that has ever come out, let's say up until today, every shoe that has ever come out up until today, or every shoe that will come out after today? So this is assuming we live in the exact same world we live in now. So this is not some fantasy world where it's like, oh, I'm going to say every shoe that could come out and I'm just going to choose all the shoes that come out. Or it's not going back in time and saying like, oh, all the shoes that previously came out are now wearable. No, in the reality in which we currently live.
Yeah.
All of the things we know to be true are the same. It's just all of a sudden someone snaps and gives you every shoe, a lot of shoes, every shoe that has ever come out, or every shoe that will come out.
That will come out.
Damn.
It's a toughie. there's obviously the pros and cons. We can talk it out together.
Yeah, let's.
Alvin, what are you thinking, Alvin? What's going through your mind?
So the only pros and cons to both though. So pro to having every shoe up until like now. So past. So we'll say past and future. No, is that okay?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Past and future.
So past choice. The pro for that is that, man, everything that's come out up until now is amazing. Like there's been some amazing shit that's come out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just also including just the beginning of this year. Like the beginning of this year has been ridiculous.
That's only 6 months. Imagine another.
That's what
lifetime.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Downside is all the old stuff we like, for example, Amsterdam's, all that good stuff may not be wearable.
Yes. Big thing to take into account.
Yeah.
However, though, with our friends, aka Konotsky, aka Jan, he may help with that. But that's just more cost.
How are you getting a soul swap shoe?
That's the thing too.
Where's that coming from?
We can't purchase a newer shoe, right?
No.
Fuck.
But then again, that also means that you could have already been given pairs like GR.
GRs, yeah.
Facts.
That you could just soul swap.
And he doesn't say that we can't get doubles.
No, he didn't say that.
Doesn't say that. He does not. You're right. Little.
He didn't say that.
He didn't say that. He didn't give us exact rules. That's correct. Assume what you would like.
Damn.
He fucked up, yo. He didn't say that.
You fucked up jumping in with both feet.
But there's the pro for the future choice is that whatever came out in the past will probably retro.
Yes.
That's
and
true
then you don't
too.
have to worry about like
soul swaps and decisions.
But what about the pairs that are just never going to come out again?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Unicorn pairs.
Yeah. Will Amsterdam's ever come out again? Probably not. Realistically.
They'll be called Amsterdomes, guys.
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Oh man. I'm gonna go past choice.
Past. Wow.
Yeah.
Going with the pasts.
Yeah.
Stress. This is I hate would you rather. I feel so finite.
Tough.
I feel like when I answer, it's gonna happen, and I'm not ready.
Yeah, like I'm not ready.
Yeah,
I don't have room for all those shoes.
Yeah, where's it going? Like that's a lot. That's millions.
Millions. Do with it. Okay.
Joel, what are you thinking? Going past or present? What's the thought process here for you?
I thought about this a lot.
In the last 2 minutes.
Yeah. Like I thought about this, and I like my views were the same as Cuzzo's, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like these shoes that have dropped in the past, they're considered OGs, originals. Like, you know what I mean? And then, like, if you're gonna say like in the future, if they do remake another pair of that shoe, they're not gonna make it the same way. They're gonna probably make it like slightly different. But you're gonna have the original pair, and you know, like knowing that, you know, us like having originals is like such a big thing. Like whether or not we can't wear them or not, it's just the fact that saying, yeah, I have the fucking OGs. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I think that played a major factor of me picking to go with the past.
Ooh, he's also a pasta guy. Okay.
A pasta.
Big pasta guy.
Man, but then you'll have like Ronnie, Teddy, and like Dion do all this stupid shit and do some amazing collabs, and
you just gotta watch from the sidelines.
Yeah.
That's
well, I get them all because I am going with all future pairs. It is a really tough one because you're basically taking a shot in the dark at what's going to come out in the future. But a big selling point is your guys' pairs are finite. Yours is from now until whatever has already happened. Mine is from now until forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So there's a bigger possibility of cool shit just because of the sample size is a larger time frame to fit in, I think. And like, I don't think that everything will retro, but I have a good enough idea that enough will retro that I'll be happy enough.
Yeah.
And again, like the unwearableness is a tough pill to swallow when half of, if not more, of the stuff you're being given you cannot wear. Yeah. Like if mags never come out again, I'm going to regret my decision. Obviously. Not again. See, I'm speaking like it's this happening right now. I'm stressed. But I would regret the decision if mags never came out again. But maybe we're going to get an actual auto lacing when you put your foot in, it does it by itself in 10 years.
Yeah.
And then I would be really annoyed that I didn't choose to go that route to begin with.
That's true too.
But then you have triples of the ones that already came out. So
yeah. But then in 10 years, are they wearable?
Yeah. And a major fact is that me and Alvin have the pair that Jesus wore.
It's true.
Because that's OG.
You're not wrong.
The OG Burks, bro.
The
OG Burks, yo. Trust me.
I mean, I think I can speak for everyone when I say amen to that, right? Well, if this podcast wasn't going to hell, it's sure well on its way now.
Yeah, lightning.
Will be. Yeah. It's getting dark outside.
My power just going.
Flickered, yo.
It's getting cold in here. Now it's getting really hot. All right. If you would like to submit a question for the fire round and have us come back from hell, please shoot us a message on Instagram or email us at canadagotssoul@gmail.com. Next up, the CGS picks. Each week, we all pick an upcoming sneaker to analyze, dissect, and give our thoughts on. Then we decide if it's poop, scoop, whoop-de-whoop, or Alvin's trademark phrase.
Super cute.
And because I'm going to be the one to bring us back from Judgment Day, I'm going to go first with just something that surely Jesus would have loved. And it is the Nike Craft Tom Sachs General Purpose Shoe, GPS for short. Great little
GPS.
Some great initials there. Supposed to be dropping tomorrow or tonight. It's kind of, he didn't really say what time. It could be midnight. It could be tomorrow morning sometime. But yesterday when you're listening to this. And the advertisements for this shoe are, they just say, this shoe is boring. And that's a great description because I don't even know how to describe the shoe. It's got almost like a Volk.
Like Forrest Gump vibes to it.
Yeah.
Like
nerdier.
Like Pee Wee Herman.
It's like if Forrest Gump didn't wear Cortez, he would have wore these.
Yeah.
Like realistically, you know?
Real facts though.
Yeah. So essentially the whole like mantra behind the shoe, as is with all of Tom Sachs's shoes, is to wear them to the ground. He loves people. He likes creating footwear that people can wear every single day for every single activity and just beat them to hell. So that's it. It's a pretty cool idea in theory. I don't like this shoe at all. I truly don't like them. I mean, the advertisements are so fitting because literally if you look at the shoe, you're just like, it's really boring. So like, and I get it. That's the point. There's a lot of people who are going nuts for this shoe, like calling it shoe of the year. And I'm like,
whoa,
is it behind that boring shoe? Like, is it hiding behind it? Like, where is the shoe?
Because the tongue on the back of the tongue says Tom Sachs on it.
Yeah, it's I get it that like Tom Sachs has like a big following. People love his work, but yada yada yada. And I'm sure there's some shoes that I like that some people are like, oh, you only like it because it's Stussy or whatever the hell cause. Like, granted, I don't like this shoe. It's just boring. That's it. I don't like it.
Maybe the space boot he makes with this shoe will be better.
The overshoe. You're already calling the general purpose shoe overshoe coming up. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, GPS. General purpose for space.
Yeah. Boring. Making space boring. We're already thinking of. Yeah, it's nice. I don't like the shoe. I think they're poop. I love the idea behind it. I get it. So don't come at me with any of that. I just don't like the shoe. They're just not for me. Not for me at all. Excited to see the fits that people try to pull off with the shoe, though. It's gonna be great.
Be a general purpose fit. GPF, baby.
Some nice khakis, maybe a polo.
Yep.
A belt, black or brown belt only, no buckle.
Yeah, and then a Blue Jays hat to match with the royal.
Bang.
Royal blue.
Yep.
Yeah.
There, we just built a fit. You're welcome. All right. Moving on from this boring shoe. Joel, what do you got for us this week?
Okay, so what I got is the Nike Dunk Low in the premium leather gray and white. It's a premium tone, like it's a premium quality Nike Dunk Low. It's got like a two-tone gray suede upper. It says here it's sort of reminiscent of the Pigeon SB Dunks. I'm thinking of more or less like a Band-Aid.
Yep.
The Band-Aid SBs because it's a
a
little bit more lighter.
Yep.
It's got a two-tone swoosh, so you got a white outer with a blue underlay underneath it. You got gray like a midsole, and they also slapped a clear sole on that as well. Other details include like a embossed white sort of Nike logo patch on the tongue. The tongue itself is leather, apparently, and the insoles are navy blue leather as well. And the matching white tag on the tongue is also on the heel tab as well, and it's embossed in Nike as well. The cool thing about these two are the laces. The laces look like sort of like a rope leather style kind of lace. You could probably find on like, I don't know, it reminds me of like boat shoes.
Yeah,
laces,
like a Sperry.
Yeah, like Sperry topsiders or something like that. But yeah, man, overall it's a clean looking shoe. I really like the two-tone swooshes because when you're looking down at your shoe, you can see like blue beneath the white swoosh, if you want to say. So, but yeah, man, they banged it out with this one. Super, super cute. I like it.
These feel like the Hender Scheme rendition kind of deal, like the premium. Kind of vibes. I'm sure that the quality's not as good as a Hender Scheme would be, but like the overall feel and vibe with like the, like you said, like the square or cubed or whatever they call them, leather laces. Yeah. Very primo looking shoe. Premium for Nike, we'll say. Premium shoe for Nike. Alvin, what have you got for us this week?
This week, I have the Nike Air Force One Los Angeles. It's essentially a full canvas upper, predominantly royal blue, and it's got like a, we'll say like turbo green / like UNC blue swoosh. And it's also covered in like a bunch of patches that, you know, kind of have an ode to LA / just various renditions of the swooshes, like logos, some of their sayings and stuff like that too. It's pretty clean. I love the canvas on Air Forces. I feel like canvas Air Forces just look super duper clean, and that full royal blue is basically like those Los Angeles Lakers jerseys that you see, that kind of colorway ish. But yeah, these are super dope, man. I could probably do without the patches though, just because it's for me it's kind of too much. Like there is one cool patch. I think it's on the inner of the left foot. It says Nike basketball on it, and it's kind of like a sunset, and there's a guy dunking on another dude about to get posterized. But other than that, like the patches are cool and everything, but I feel like maybe if you just put the patches in the box and allow people to
them where they
maybe Velcro them on or something like that, wherever they wanted them to. Yeah, I mean, they're super cool. The shape looks good too. I don't know, Joel, you're the Air Force One expert, but the shape looks pretty dope.
It's a good shape, man. Sleek.
But again, like too much on the patchwork though. I'm gonna call these as super cute.
Yep.
Just because I can't deal with too much of that patch right now. I'm young. I'm young. I'm too old. Too old for the patches, yo.
Yeah.
I like the flame swoosh that's on them.
Yeah, that looks dope too.
Like it's on the outside of the left foot.
Yeah, all the patches are dope, man. It's just like
it is, man. It
would have been dope if you just, let us play around with them, you know?
Even if they were just iron-on and not Velcro. Like you could just do an iron-on patch. Yeah, they're all right. It's a good cute shoe for sure. All right. Next up, This Week in Kicks. This is the part of the show where we discuss the current headlines and happenings in the world of sneakers. And as mentioned, Jordan Brand is adding another university to their roster. So obviously having Jordan Brand as a school sponsor comes with a bunch of perks. The best one probably being that you get the school exclusive PEs that are handed out to players, which are always like crazy. Well, we should do like an episode on like cool PEs. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan Brand is back and adding another school to the group that already currently includes UNC, UCLA, Michigan, Georgetown, Marquette, San Diego State, Houston, Oklahoma, and Florida. Good group. Wow. They're adding one. I didn't actually realize they had that many. Like I kind of knew, and when I saw the list, I was like, damn, that's a lot of people. But the school that they're adding is Howard University, which is located in Washington, D.C. This is a pretty big move because Howard is the first HBCU college / university to be added to the Jordan Brand family. HBCU is historically Black college or university.
Yeah.
Which is a very, very cool move. Howard is currently sponsored by Curry Brand, but that deal is supposed to be expiring this summer. So none of this has been officially announced yet, but it's been reported by a couple of different places. So it seems like it's all but inked, essentially.
Nice.
Yeah, very, very cool. The university PEs are always so good. Like, so I wish they would release them. They seem to release them like 5 years later, or like 5 years too late.
Yeah, and without the patches.
Yeah, without the patches, like UNC 3s, Oregon 5s, like they've done.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's fine. All right, next up, previously in Kicks. This is the part of the show where we review our latest pickups and recap the latest happenings in our sneaker lives. Let's jump to Joel first. Anything to report on your end, good sir?
I'll let you guys do it because it seemed like we all got them too. But yeah, so I as well got them as well. But I didn't get any.
Set us up.
I didn't cop anything at all last week. So, but yeah, man. So I'll pass the Duchy over to the next guy to.
All right, Alvin can break it down then, because yes, all three of us did get the same shoe this last couple of days.
So the Age Official Canada family sent all of us over the Age Arc Sonics, and Arc meaning Age Running Club.
Yep. So
it's essentially a classic runner. Like I would compare it to, I mean, to me, in my opinion, like it has some Sakai waffle vibes to them, like the first one.
Yep.
Also some Reebok Classic Legacy AZ vibes, and then like the New Balance XC72 vibes as well. Like classic.
I get the Onitsuka Tiger feel.
Yes, that too for sure. Especially like the logo and stuff.
Yep.
So I got the nylon pair. All the pairs are pretty dope. Like, so the nylon pair is like essentially just gray and white with like a white midsole and like I guess like a off-white outsole.
Yeah,
it's not really white. Yeah, creamish.
Cream.
Super duper clean, super duper neutral. Like you can literally rock these with anything. But they also have other colors in them. Like I know Lawrence has a dope color as well.
Yep.
But yeah, super dope, super clean sneaker. Definitely gonna try out some fits with them. And super comfy. But before we move on to Lawrence, I just want to tell you guys a quick story, if that's okay.
Please do.
Yeah.
So for like months now, been trying to get rid of Sasha's shoes that she can't fit into, just because her foot grew like a full size after she was pregnant. But like it's been so hard. But like a few months ago, our good friend Kudkanda, aka Raul, posted like a list of shops that he trusted, and one of them was a shop called was Vintage Me Type out in Waterloo. So I've been messaging back and forth with the owner like for a week now, just being like, hey, would you be interested in this? Yes. He's like, just bring it through the shop. Cool. Really cool dude, like to message online, like very responsive, very like honest and stuff. So today while I was in Guelph for work, I was like, yo, I'm already halfway. I have the shoes. Let's just go the other halfway and just go all the way to Waterloo, because it's like an hour drive from
far.
Yeah. So I was like, whatever, it's just extra half hour. So I went. Shop itself is pretty dope. It's not a big shop, but like it's set up pretty nicely. The owner, Nick, super cool dude, looks super young too. But But like how he was interacting with his customers, it made me feel like how it was back in the day when we used to go to shops and be able just to talk to the people that work there. Like super chill. Like he'd be asking you questions and stuff. Like I felt like I was on a podcast for a minute because he was like, "Yo, in your collection, what will you not get rid of?" And I was like, "Yo, we just talked about this." Yeah, like just super cool, super portable. And he bought some of Sash's pairs that we no longer have a need for, and yeah, man, it was just an easy transaction. And like for me, like I'll fully admit that I didn't get the prices that I thought I would get, but at the same time, he's also saving my time from the hassle of people hella lowballing me, and then me having to meet 10 different people for 10 different pairs. So it was like a one-stop shop in my head. So that kind of like time is money, right? So it's like he saved me a lot of time. So I'll give him huge props for that. But yeah, if you guys are looking to unload some things, he's definitely, if you're out in the Waterloo Kitchener area, that is, pretty cool dude, really nice to work with, and like, you know, he'll work with you in terms of pricing. And so it's just good to be able to let go of stuff and like make a lot of room.
And you got rid of all of it?
Most of it. Nice. Yeah. So
that's a great segue because you can put the rest of them on the Soul Savvy Collect app and get rid of the rest.
Okay.
Very easy to use.
It's a dangerous app. I'm just gonna say that.
It's a dangerous app.
If I open it, I'm always tempted.
Lots of pairs for retail.
Yeah, it's bad.
Well, I'm glad that you just freed up some expendable cash there, Alvin, because I have a pickup to report as well. Let me take you back last week's podcast when we had a lengthy-ish discussion about the Travis Scott Air Trainer 1, I believe in the Sage colorway. And I said, I vowed, I promised several times, Alvin, I'm going to get you a pair and you're going to love it, I promise. And he said, okay, bud. Well, 3 days later, 3 days later, they restocked on Amanier's website. And I was able to get a pair. Unfortunately for Alvin, it's a size 9.
Hey, Lawrence's size.
Oh, darn it. Oh, shoot.
It's meant
when they come in, though, I'm glad to have a pair that I can present to Alvin on a platter and say, please, sir, please look at the shoe. Please tell me how you feel. And we'll see. Maybe it'll
be the same.
Live. It'll be the same.
No, like because like so many people have purchased them. So many people say they like them. And like some people have taken some dope photos of them, aka like Shango and some other cool homies that purchased them. But it's just like, I think Mo posted the video. I'm like, oh, that's a really nice video, but like I could still do without the shoes.
It's a nice video.
Yeah, like the video quality was amazing, but the shoe itself, like, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying.
I'm gonna get you there. That's what friends are for. Enabling.
All right,
I'm gonna get you there.
We'll see.
We got all this money just lying around now because we sold Sasha's shoes. So you have some expendable sneaker income now.
No, it's got to go to Sasha's sneakers now.
Oh yeah, true. Well, can she fit a men's size 9?
If she triple sock, probably.
So yeah, I picked up those. Excited to get them in.
Nice.
Eventually, ship them to a homie in the States. I have many pairs at his house that I need to get sent over here. And I also, as did you guys, got sent the Age official Arc sneaker. Mine was the mesh. I believe you guys got the nylon. Mine is the mesh. Yeah. Mine, the upper is actually more, I think it's more see-through on mine. I believe it is like not as transparent. Mine is more similar to like the Element 87 where you could see through pretty much the entire toe box. So it'll make for some cool sock combinations. But yeah, overall, really impressed with the sneaker. The details are dope. And the quality was really good too. So you really get what you pay for with that.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. So they're all of them are available on the Age official website. So definitely check it out if you guys are interested. All right, next up, thumbs up, thumbs down. In this part of the show, we give our opinion on various sneaker related topics with zero context or discussion. All we're allowed to say is thumbs up or thumbs down. And bouncing off of something we talked about 10 minutes ago. Thumbs up, thumbs down this week to Tom Sachs Nike collaborations as a whole. Joel.
Down.
Alvin.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go down.
I'm down as well.
Unanimous.
Damn.
Unanimous decision.
One of the more shocking unanimous decisions I think we've ever had, but love to see it. Next up, NSR, not sneaker related. We talk about sneakers a lot. So in this weekly segment, we're going to take 30 seconds out of the show to discuss something completely irrelevant from the world of sneakers. And this is going to be a fun one, I think. What is something from your childhood that you wish would come back?
Ooh.
Whether it be a game, an activity, anything, an experience. I don't want to get too deep into the examples to take away something from somebody. A bunch of different things that like were around when we were kids that are not around now, we'll say. Various tons of different things depending on how you take the question. A ton of different things to choose from. But if you could think of just one, what would one of them be?
Ooh.
Joel, you can go first.
Oh shit. Okay, so there's a lot, man. When I think about it now, back in the day, there used to be like an ice cream cone. I think it's an ice cream. It's like a popsicle, but it's ice cream inside. It's called strawberry shortcake. Parlor. I forget the name of the company that made them, but they also made like a chocolatey clear. And what it is that on the outside it's like cookie crumbles. Ooh. And then you would have like the strawberry outer. It's sort of like a strawberry gel kind of feel to it, but then you would have the vanilla ice cream underneath. And then you would when you would get them there, and it was big. Well, but then again, I was a kid, so
it's probably like bite size now for us, bro.
Yeah, but they would also have a chocolatey clear too, and I remembered always running like to the corner store and grabbing when my dad used to smoke, I would grab a pack of smokes for him, and like I would always have like one of those ice creams. Like I was like 10 years old buying cigarettes. But anyway, so yeah, they would sell it to me with the ice cream, and then it's like that kind of thought and that kind of like that whole experience. I would like to get back, like just cracking opening, just opening up an ice cream bar with like strawberry shortcake on the outer, it's that I could taste it, when I think about it. I don't know if it's because I had so many, but yeah.
Still like, stuck in your teeth.
That kind of thing. And then drinking out of water hoses.
Like a garden hose.
Yeah. You don't see that nowadays.
No, dude. You don't do that anymore.
Suggest it nowadays either.
Yeah.
But.
Like you're just fresh off playing basketball in the street and you just sprint to the hose, drink it, and then run back out.
Yeah, someone's got their sprinkler on, you just disconnect it for her.
Yep. Damn, different time. Yeah, that actually is helps set the scene for what I would love to see come back. Maybe not necessarily for me, but just in general. Just like close your eyes and imagine it's a nice summer day. School's been out now. It's July. Just a great, nice day. The sun comes up. You wake up, walk out to your garage, grab your bicycle, bike over to your friend's house that's 10 houses over, and you just knock on the door or ring the doorbell. Houses have those. Yes, you can knock on those things and people will appear on the other side. And you just say, "Hey, is XYZ name there?" And then they come up to the door and they say, Hey, Joel. And they say, "What's up?" And you say, "Want to come out to play?" That bliss.
Facts.
Bliss.
Yes.
Absolute bliss. There's none of that anymore. No,
you don't see that.
People don't even ring the doorbell anymore. They just text you, "I'm outside."
Yeah.
Like all of that. Just the whole, and then staying outside. You did that right after breakfast. Maybe you go back ride your bike back home for lunch. Your mom probably made sandwiches and you're sitting on the porch eating them with your friends.
Yeah.
And you go inside and bring the plates in and you're out until the streetlights come on. just playing, riding bicycles, playing street ball, playing road hockey at the park, at the forest, whatever, just doing kids stuff. Just bliss, pure bliss of, hey, want to come out to play? And then going outside to play with things that are outside.
You don't see that no more.
Doesn't happen. You walk down the street and there's no one on the street anymore.
No
one's outside. Well, it's dangerous now. It was dangerous then, but it's dangerous now. That would be just great. Maybe not for me, but just in general. Be lovely to have society get back to that point overall.
Yeah.
Facts.
Alvin, what about you? You've had the most time to think.
I mean, something I would love to come back from when I was a childhood are the gas prices, but that shit's not gonna happen.
Seriously.
But I mean, my answer was gonna be similar to Lawrence's. Like, what I loved from my childhood was just like not having to worry about anything and just being able to literally, like, there'd be weeks during the summer where all I would do was sleep late, play video games, wake up, head to the ball court from like 12 to 4, without a cell phone. Like, no, like it trips me out a little bit just because like, I was doing all this stupid shit and I didn't have any ways of communication, which now as a parent, it's like
terrifying.
I'm not letting Kaya like go off on her own like that. You know what I mean? Like, ever. Yeah. So it's just like, I miss being able to be able to do that and just like literally play ball for 4 hours, get sunburnt, and like do the same exact thing the next day.
Yep.
But then again, I also couldn't afford anything because I wasn't working. So I mean, it's just like now, I can't afford anything because of the gas prices.
Now either.
I don't even know if I can afford to drive, but we do make it work.
That's true, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I'm the youngest one here, but even to think like I didn't have a cell phone up until probably grade 11. It's like most of high school for me, going through high school with no cell phone. It's like,
man,
it was like MSN Messenger or like in person. Making plans.
Or like you'd call on the landline
or that.
Like, hey, are you home? Okay, give me like 50 minutes. I'm gonna bike over.
Exactly. Yeah. Like calling someone's house or like making plans at school that day.
Yeah, bro.
And then having to follow through with them later. Like, yo, you want to meet at the mall at 5?
Bro, imagine like when people didn't come through, you were just like, all right, cool. Like,
literally,
whatever. Yeah. You just keep walking around the mall.
Exactly.
Or like when you get to the mall, it's like you can't call anybody to be like, yo, where you at? Or text anybody.
Yeah.
You just keep walking until like they are where they're supposed to be, or you bump into them and they're like, oh, yo, there you are.
Yeah.
But I found that happens so much more like when I was in like high school, where you would just like see people out and about. You go to the mall and you would see like everybody from school, because first of all, there's nothing else to do, but second of all, it's like a place you can talk to people.
Because
like now you can talk to everybody from your house. Like when I go to the mall now, I don't see anybody I know because everyone's at home. You go to the mall with like a purpose. You're like, I need to go to the mall and get something.
And that's it. And then you're in and out. Before it was like you'd go eat at the food court, go to a shoe store you can't buy shoes from. And then chill at the bus terminal for like an hour.
Yeah.
And then lather, rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
That's it, yo.
Same thing the next day.
Yep.
Man.
It's crazy, man.
Kaya's never doing none of that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Or Penelope. None of that shit.
Man, I can't even imagine by the time Penelope's like 18, 20, like, oh, bro.
When I was going to be. Holy crap.
Cannot imagine. No, thanks. Let's not even think about it. Moving on. Our main discussion this week. This one is, as many things are on this podcast, inspired by something incredibly rudimentary from my life that I've found a way to compare to sneakers, so we can talk about it on the podcast. Last night, I went to Wendy's for dinner.
Ooh,
I'll get to that. We actually, speak of the devil, were at the mall, but only because we needed something. And then stopped at Wendy's on the way home. I got a Baconator because
buddy,
that's it. The best fast food hamburger you can buy. Still stand by that.
Yeah,
hands down. Bacon and beef. Done. Don't need anything else.
Yeah, bacon ate her. That's it.
I ate her, all right. What was I going to say? So this was inspired by that. We are going to compare different sneakers to fast food chains. So I have a list of 2, 4, 6, 7 different fast food / restaurant chains. We're going to pick which sneaker correlates best to that fast food chain. What would
Ooh.
X restaurant be if it were a sneaker, basically.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to start off a little bit easier, and we're going to get into more specifics afterwards.
Yeah.
Start off with the most basic,
Mm-hmm.
the most well-known, the biggest fast food chain in the world, McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Great food overall,
Yeah.
all things considered, but not the best food. Gets bad rap, sometimes kind of dirty. You know, all of the above. This is kind of like, remember when we were pretending to be doctors and we were prescribing sneakers?
Yeah.
I feel like that's easier though.
This podcast is crazy. All right. If McDonald's were
now we're chefs.
Yeah, now we're whatever the hell we are. If McDonald's were a sneaker, I can't believe this sentence is leaving my mouth. If McDonald's were a sneaker, which sneaker would it be?
I feel like
start with
a brand.
You can start with a brand and work your way in, but it needs to be I need a specific sneaker.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Well, I'm going to start with a brand that I would like to associate with McDonald's.
Yeah, what comes
because
to mind?
McDonald's is the biggest.
Yep.
And most popular.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Nike.
Mm-hmm.
Because like McDonald's, sometimes Nike is dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now I gotta just think about the silhouette, but like that's who I would associate McDonald's with, just because like they put out the most stuff, they're the most well known all over the world.
Yep.
And it's like, you know, but what's we have to go down to silhouette, eh?
I want a specific shoe. I can go first if you want.
Shoe.
I'll go first.
Okay.
And then we'll go around in order of my screen. So we'll go me, Joel, Alvin for the entire little run here. Okay. I'm gonna go with, I agree, it's Nike. Really well known. It's gotta be really well known. It's gonna be popular. It's gotta be sometimes not the best, but a lot of the times is pretty good. Passable.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with a white on white Air Force One, but not a new one. Like not like a beat one, like not like 6 months old, maybe like 2 to 3 months old. Like a little bit dirty, a little bit worn. Definitely doesn't look as shiny as it once did. Doesn't look as shiny as the commercials. The cheese is not sparkling. The Big Mac sauce is inside of the burger and not on the bottom of the container. You know, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like a solid, you can never go wrong, but also you can do better.
Yeah.
That's where my mind is living with that one.
It's like a 4-star McDonald's restaurant, not a 3.2 star.
There you go. Yes.
On Google.
Exactly. Joel, what are you thinking here? Which sneaker would McDonald's be?
Okay. I was gonna say Air Force One too, but I was gonna pick the black on black because, you know, it's
Please do explain.
Because, you know, McDonald's, yo, that's like hoodman's like food right there, yo.
Yep.
And you know, like, you know, you associate like black on black Air Force Ones with, like, you know, like
that's uniform over there, yo.
That's it, yo. That's uniform. But I'm gonna go with McDonald's. I'm thinking of like you know those Prada shoes, but they're not Prada. They're like Prado. They're like
fake designer shoes.
Yeah, like fake designer shoes, but they look good, but it's not like legit. And I think that's how it is with, like, you know, McDonald's kind of thing. It looks good, but then you're like, after you eat it, you're like, shit, I'm still hungry, kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not filling. It's not like you're not filled to your potential. So that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go with like some fake ass sneaker that looks legit, but then it's not really.
That's a good
legit,
answer.
You know,
that's a great answer.
So, like, you know, Dr. Flea's specials kind of thing.
Dr. Flea, Prado,
Goosey.
Alvin, what are you thinking? Which sneaker would McDonald's be?
I'm gonna go with the Nike GPS. Just because, like, you know, it's meant for everyday wear.
Yep.
Tom Sachs, you know, popular name, just like McDonald's. And I feel like any collabo they do, regardless of whoever it's with, it's like super hyped up. And, you know, that's what's going to happen with the GPSs.
Yeah. It's good.
You know?
I like that answer.
Yeah.
That's good, Jen.
Topical. We've talked about Tom Sachs 3 times this episode, probably the 3 times for the whole year as well. So well done to us. All right. Moving on down to the next one on the list. The one that I mentioned inspired this whole great adventure that we're going on. Wendy's. Still very, very similar to McDonald's, obviously. In my opinion, a step above McDonald's, though. The price point, obviously, but the quality is a little bit better, too. It's like, I'll give the shoe that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of like a Forum Low from Adidas. Like, still a basic, like Alvin said, everyday shoe. But it's one of those, like, if you know, you know. Like, Wendy's is good. But like no one is very rarely are people like, let's go find a Wendy's. Like it's just like, oh, there's a Wendy's, let's get Wendy's. You know, but it's a good. It's still like really solid, like a Forum Low. Like it's still sort of doesn't stand out. It's not stand out, but it's just solid, really good overall. And like you know what you're getting. I think is also very. Like with McDonald's, you don't know what you're getting every single time.
Oh, yeah.
With Wendy's, it's a lot more consistent. Like they have, I think, 4 different salads at Wendy's. That just tells you how a step apart they are.
Yeah.
From McDonald's, but I'm gonna go with like a Forum Low for Wendy's for me. Ooh. Joel, what are you thinking?
Oh man, okay. So Forum Low. I'm gonna stick with Adidas as well. I'm gonna say like a Stan Smith kind of thing where it's classy. But it's like clean. It's clean, right?
Cleaner, yep.
It's cleaner than a McDonald's. Like you know what I mean? And I don't know, man. Like you said, you get like the good stuff there. Like the beef is pretty good, and you know, Stan Smith is good, like clean, like you know.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I'm gonna say like a Stan Smith, some like classic.
Yep, I like that. All right, Alvin, bring us home. Wendy's.
Oh man, Wendy's. Jeez. I'm gonna go with because it's a little bit like higher class, right? Like a little bit higher class, more sophisticated than McDonald's. I'm gonna go with a Clark's Wallaby Low.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Suede in a tan color.
Ooh.
That's what that Baconator means to me.
It means a lot, damn. I can't wait to see what everything else on this list is.
If you're in high school and trying to impress a shorty, you're not taking it to McDonald's.
You're not wrong.
No. You know what I mean? You're not taking it to McDonald's. You're gonna take it to Wendy's because then she'll be like, "Oh, big spender."
Yeah.
You know
that extra $3 for a burger.
Oh, dude, especially when you're in high school. Jeez, when I'm saving up my allowance, damn.
Jeez, give her the beef, guy.
Damn, Alvin already elevated all the way to a Clark's Wallaby. These other places are gonna be like Gucci, fucking Louis Vuitton Air Force Ones, I guess. Wow. Next up, Five Guys. So
Five Guys,
really good, solid. Again, price point even higher than Wendy's. But again, real beef, which is the main thing.
Yeah.
Extra attention to details and flavors. More expensive, but just really good overall. Less of them. A little bit more rare, harder to find.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with for Five Guys the Birkenstock Boston.
Oh,
for Five Guys. I feel like again, it's like an if you know, you know. There's more few and far between, but it's got a cult following. People love Five Guys. People will seek them out. And once you've tried Five Guys, you're probably going to go back, just like a Birkenstock Boston. It's just not like your everyday shoe or restaurant. It's like, okay, let's get elevated here a little bit. Let's throw on a Birkenstock Boston and go to Five Guys and get a double stack with bacon or whatever their burgers are called. Yeah, I'm hungry.
Wow. I know, man.
Joel, what do you Five Guys? What are you thinking for Five Guys?
Five Guys. That's where you break out like something clean and stuff because it's like you said, you're elevating your taste buds and whatever because of the quality of stuff that they're pulling out. So I'm probably gonna say like a New Balance kind of thing.
Yep.
Because like that quality's there, and and the price point's pretty up there as well. So I'm probably gonna say like a 990. Let's say like out of nowhere, like V3s or whatever, like in the gray, like some like old school, like proper and whatever, just to go to Five Guys and eat peanuts from like whatever. so, so yeah, man, I'm gonna say that like a New Balance 990 V3s in the gray.
I like that answer a lot. That's very good. Alvin, Five Guys. If it was a shoe, what shoe would it be?
I'm going Adidas ZX 8000.
Okay.
Like you said, it's not something that everyone has a taste for because of possibly the pricing, but when you do have a taste for it, you already know it's well worth it.
Nice.
Yep. Damn, that's
a good one.
Yeah, that was very poetic of you. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel inspired right now. Moving on. A great one. This is making me starving. Chick-fil-A.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Filet. See, Alvin already used his wallaby for fancy food.
It's not a wallaby one.
It's not quite a wallaby. It's really good. There's usually a lineup for it.
Yeah.
Getting more popular in Canada, obviously. Just getting more locations overall in Canada, but in the States, just booming. This is a tough one for me. I'm going to go with a Jordan 1. I think it's got to be a Jordan 1 for me. Maybe like a Chicago Jordan 1 at that. A really good. Can never go wrong. Never for any meal would I say no to Chick-fil-A. Similar to a Jordan 1. Not a day where I would say, no Jordan 1 today. Just always will work. Always good. Never can you go wrong. And yeah, it's high praise for a fast food chain, but I think it's worth it. Because again, you're getting quality, which you mostly get with the Jordan 1. Quality is a big thing with Chick-fil-A. Just solid. Again, know what you're going to get. Know what to expect. Yeah. Jordan 1. I'm going Jordan 1.
Ooh, nice.
Joel, what are you going to say here with Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A. Okay, so for me, like I've had it when we went to our CGS Disney trip, and that was like the first time I've ever had it, and it was like, wow, this is crazy shit. Like, you know what I mean? And then when we got here, when we came back, it was like, oh, they're opening up one downtown. It's like, oh shit, like, let's go check it out. But then, like you said, the lineup's galore. So what I'm thinking is for me, in my opinion, like this is probably the shoe for this restaurant. And it's always been like, I've always seen it around. I've always heard about it. I've always wanted it, but I just couldn't get it until like just recently I obtained it. And it would be the Yeezy 700 Wave Runners.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, bud.
Nice.
Because it's be like, yo, like everyone's had it. Like, like I need to have it. Like, I need to get it. So then it's like, shit, like I tried it and it's like, damn, like I gotta get it again. So it's like, I gotta wear these shoes again, like kind of thing. It's not just one and done. It's like, okay, put it back in the box and like, stash it at the bottom of the pile. It's one of those, you wear it once and then you have it out in the open kind of thing, ready to go again. So it's like, it's the same feels as for Chick-fil-A. I'm ready to go again, but I just gotta wait for that lineup to go down. But yeah, man,
these answers are getting very good.
Wave Runners.
You guys are the practice is paying off. The answers are getting very well thought out now. Alvin, Chick-fil-A, which sneaker?
Chick-fil-A for me is more of a New Balance.
Okay.
More so because like New Balance, Chick-fil-A hasn't really penetrated the Canadian market up until recent.
Fair.
And now that it has penetrated the Canadian market, it's like booming. Like everybody's on it.
Nice.
Like New Balance. Like, you know what? It's the New Balance 550 for me.
Oh, nice.
Because right now that is New Balance's sneaker.
Yep.
It's by no means their best sneaker because they do have better sneakers out there. However, with Chick-fil-A coming into the market, it's like that boom where, now everybody knows about it. Everybody knows about New Balance and everybody knows about Chick-fil-A.
True.
Damn. We are getting very, very deep now. All right, two more.
Fuck, it's going to be harder and harder.
I know, man.
Next one, somewhere we've all been together many times. Denny's.
Oh, man.
Just a great... Denny's kind of gets a bad rap. Probably within good reason. I love a good Denny's. Good old Grand Slam.
Grand Slam. Yeah,
Grand
buddy.
Slam.
With a nice Oreo milkshake and a water. Eggs over easy. Brown toast. Done. Yes, sir. Just great food. Old reliable, if anything. It's one of those, like, you come from, like, downtown, night out, club, bar. Just even if you're, like, coming home late from whatever. You're like, I'm just hungry. I need something that I know is going to fill me. That's going to probably be pretty good. I know what I'm going to get. I'm going to sit down and have a good time. Is Denny's for me. And something like that for me, it's a Nike Dunk High. It's just, again, old reliable. If I'm drunk as a skunk, could still stomach Denny's. If I have no idea what to wear, a Dunk always works. Same idea. It's just one of those, like, can't go wrong, know what I'm gonna get, and just, like, solid, like, mindless picks. Because usually when I'm going to Denny's, I'm not in of sound mind. That I just, again, comfort food, if anything. Comfort food for a comfort sneaker for me. Joel, Denny's.
Denny's. Oh, yeah. Classic restaurant, classic joint. Deserves classic sneakers. And what I'm thinking is it Air Force One.
Black.
No, that's McDonald's, yo. So I'm thinking Air Force One, but with a gum sole.
Oh,
so
nice.
You get slapped with the classic, Slim Jim or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So you got the classic gum sole on an Air Force One, which is like just like a Denny's kind of thing. Like it's always been around. It's always like, your go-to out. You go out to a club and you're like, you're hungry. It's like, yo, you want Tremendous? No, I don't want Tremendous.
Tremendous.
Let's go Denny's instead. And it's like, all right, bet, let's go Denny's. So it's just like an Air Force One with the gum sole. It's like, it's your go-to and it's your classic joint. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. Like
Good answer. This feels Family Feud-ish. Good answer. All right, Alvin. Denny's. If Denny's were a sneaker, which sneaker would Denny's be?
I'm gonna say for me, my go-to sneaker when going out is the Shadow Air Jordan 1 High. Very neutral, like Denny's, because Denny's, anyone can go there, whether you're a vegetarian, need special, types of food, they'll cater to you and it'll still be good. And then, like, sometimes, the shadows get dirty, but you don't really see it. And sometimes Denny's is dirty, but you still eat there. So especially like late night, bro. Like,
the crowd Denny's.
Holy.
So questionable at best.
Yeah, man.
But you always go back.
Exactly.
Always go back.
Go back.
Go to.
You always go back to the shadows. That's it. All right, last one. Potentially the classiest of the bunch that we've discussed. The Keg. The Keg Steakhouse.
Okay.
Still a chain restaurant, so obviously there's fancier places to go, but definitely the upper echelon in terms of chain restaurants. It's not cheap. It's like a $50 steak or whatever. I'm gonna go with something, again, you can get better but for what it is, it's hard to get better. And it's kind of like the typical go-to when you're looking for something like when you're looking for like, hey, you want to go somewhere nice? It's like, let's go to the Keg, you know, like the suburban, like, let's go somewhere nice. We're going to go to the Keg. This is like the equivalent would be the sneakerhead, like, oh, I want to wear something nice. I'm going to wear this. And for me, that's a Jordan 11. You know, like, let's call it like a Concord, or it's like a Concord, where it's like obviously not a dress shoe, but very easy to pass off as a dress shoe. Classy, patent leather, like the classy version of what it is. It's a classy sneaker, but still a sneaker. The Keg is a classy chain restaurant, but still a chain restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Jordan 11 Concord as my pick for that. Joel, your turn. This is turning fun. I thought it was going to be really hard, but it's getting easier.
For real. Okay, so for the Keg, like you said, classy. You know, you want to look decent. You want to look good. No black on black Air Force One vibes here. None of that. So I'm gonna go with an SB. I'm gonna go with a Nike Dunk Low SB in particular, and I'm gonna say the Tiffany. SBs.
Very good answer.
Because you know you got that Tiffany blue, and then you got that black crocodile looking skin, and you know what I mean. It's classy, and you look at that shoe, you got that diamond on it. You're like, yo, this guy's going to the Keg.
Yeah,
you know?
He's fancy.
He's fancy.
He's fancy.
Going to the Keg.
He's getting that medium rare steak. I could see it, like, you know. So yeah, man, that's mine right there.
Great answer.
Tiffany.
Tiffany. Great answer. All right, Alvin, bring us home. The last one, the Keg. Which sneaker would it be?
So the Keg, man, you know, definitely like a special place to go to. Somewhere you would only go like, you know, once, maybe twice if you're feeling nice a year. But I would say these are more, to me, they're more of like an Air Max 1 Safari. You know what I mean? Because just like it's not a regular Air Max 1. It's elevated.
Yeah.
You
know what I'm saying? And then like same thing, like you don't wear the Safaris every single day. You wear them on special occasions.
Yep.
That's right.
And going to the Keg, it's probably, I mean, I'd hope it's a special occasion. If not, you're just rich. But
too rich, yeah.
Geez, you got rich money. Okay, cool. But yeah, you know, Air Max 1, it's not an Atmos elephant print, but definitely Atmos Safari.
I like it. I like it a lot. I feel like a lot of these responses just turned into ads for these respective restaurants, which is fine. If any of these, if Denny's wants to sponsor this podcast, I'm open to hearing.
I mean, we'd love to record there while we eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that'd be great. That'd be great content. Just like describing what we're eating. I think that people will
hear
really,
like,
over easy.
ASMRs,
We're not far off, honestly. We're clearly running low and scraping the bottom of the barrel. So maybe next up is just us eating, which I don't hate.
Yeah.
If people have kept with us this far, then they would stick through us through that. I think. I have faith.
I think so.
Great answers all around. I appreciate you guys humoring me with this following last week's. Again, very on brand for this podcast. This is what we do here. Welcome if you're new. Wherever you guys are taking in this episode, please leave a comment, review, follow, and or subscribe. Make sure to check out CanadaGotSold.ca to shop the latest CGS merch. Peep the YouTube for our latest videos, and check out CGS Talk on Facebook to chop it up with us. Do not forget to use hashtag CanadaGotSold on Instagram for a feature. I have been Lawrence Hopkins, and you can find me at LDoggyStyles on Instagram. Woof.
I'm Joel Hernandez. You can find me at Joe Dooney, JO_D3OsNEY.
My name's Alvin Quincy, and you can find me at MisterQ and then Mart.
Thank you for listening to us talk about sneakers and a lot of other stuff for 205 episodes. And please remember to rock your kicks. This has been True to Size. We have CGS, and we are out. Peace. Nice.
want Five Guys.
Of all the places I just listed, where would you be the most likely to go right now?
Probably McDonald's because it's the closest.
We talked the most shit about
that black on black Air Force One energy guy.
Always slipping the black Air Forces.